sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Prog-Richalcos. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Seal of Prog-Richalcos. Last episode, Tobias well and truly cleaned my clocks, bringing the series scores up to him on 21 and myself on 39. Still a sizable lead, but definitely shows that Tobias is growing as a duelist as each episode goes on.
They grow up so fast.
Adding to the ban list for this episode, we're just throwing Wave Motion Cannon straight on the forbidden list. Get it out of here. None of us want to really play with that card. It's just unfun.
Get out of here!
Honestly, Dark Crisis isn't a set that's going to rapidly evolve either of our collections. It has a few notable cards, but the two main archetypes introduced being the Guardians and the Archfiends are very janky at best. In the Secret Rare slot, we've got a couple of good cards actually. The Vampire Lord is pretty hard to out. If he's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, he just comes back the next turn, so you either have to run him over in battle or use some non-destruction spell trap removal, which there isn't that much of, so he can be pretty potent. Judgment of Anubis is funny, but it's like
never gonna happen.
The Ultra Rares similarly are all kind of bad. I mean, Shinato's a funny ritual. Exodia Necros is an absolutely bonkers alt win con, but impossible to pull off. Kaiser Glider is actually decent, it's just 2400. The rest of these are not too much to write home about. The rares, though, things do spice up. We get stuff like Skill Drain, which actually, given the number of sort of high attack monsters we've got, like Zombyra, Jirai Gumo, Dark Elf and all that, having Skill Drain as an option to just kind of play big beaters, go Unga Bunga mode, like that's decent. Looking at the other rares, I mean, Archfiend Soldier's just a decent 1900 vanilla. Tsukuyomi obviously has a lot of good applications, just being able to reset your own flip monsters to use them again, or just being able to set an opponent's monster that's just posing a bit of a problem. Definitely comes up a lot and is a worthy include, at least in the side deck or the main deck around this era. DD Warrior Lady is probably the best card in the set, just as like a very good monster that gets so much value. In the commons, we just get a bunch of decent static guys. Obviously, Gekigaya Plander was a staple and beast down. Battle Footballer sort of power creeps the defenders by having 2100 defense, so it's going to be a nightmare to get over in the sealed match. We got a Guido, and Final Countdown, of course. Sakuretsu Armor as well is just another actually really good piece of solid common removal. So yeah, not too much in the set, honestly. Let's flick on over to what we pulled. Alright, so looking at our collection, again, I'm just going to kind of breeze through this because there really isn't too much to talk about. We got an Archfiend Soldier, a couple of blindly loyal Goblins, who is an okay attacker. We got some Falling Down, which is the sort of equip spell for the Archfiend archetype. We got our playset of the Final Countdown, which is awesome. 2 Gyakugire, just in case that ever comes up. Oh, as a kid, I used to love Mephisto Infernal General. He just looks so badass, and if he does inflict battle damage, he gets a discard out the opponent's hand, which, you know, me and my Robin Goblin effects. The problem is he's 1800 on a 1 tribute, which makes him so hard to reliably commit to. Ojama Trio, we did pull 3 of, and this card is going to run havoc in the sealed, I just know it. Skill Drain, we got a couple of that, so that can be useful for any kind of big bungus deck down the line, as well as just being a decent side deck card to stave off certain things. We somehow pulled 4 Vampire Lord.
4
Vampire Lord.
Jeremy. 4? That's insane.
Certainly a strong card, but I think 2 is probably the maximum you'd ever really want of this card. Anyway, let's flick on over to our deck profile. Okay, so hopping on over into our deck profile, we honestly don't have a lot going on. It's just sort of the best monsters that we could have possibly have pulled, and hopefully we can win using stuff like Falling Down and Gravity Axe Graal to kind of control the game. We've got a couple of blindly loyal Goblins. This card actually has some relevance just because Falling Down can't steal it. A couple of Cyber Raider. This card is really bad. We did pull a DD Warrior Lady. I'm surprised I missed this in my collection overview, but this card is insane. Are opting to play the Great Maju Garzet. This card is like very risky, but in this kind of format, if you're just able to summon a Shadow Knight Archfiend, then next turn tribute it for 4000 Garzet, I mean, that seems pretty busted.
And 4000. 10,000. Yeah.
We do have the second one in the side, just in case it does actually prove to be like the winning strategy and we might want to side it in for games 2 and 3. We are playing one Graal just because we're playing the triple Graal ourselves, and I kind of hedge that Tobias is probably going to be on it just because it's a very good equipped spell in the sealed format. So just having access to a free 2500 is pretty good. We are playing a couple of Gyakigire Pandas. We are playing a few Archfiends just primarily for the falling down, so we kind of have to have this really bad one, Infernal Queen, in the deck. She doesn't really do anything, but that's the sort of to be expected.
It's completely useless. Ugh.
Iron Blacksmith Katetsu on flip just gets us basically the Gravity Axe Squirrel to hand or the falling down if we've got an Archfiend to pair with, so that's pretty good. Kelbeck, of course, obviously just bounces cards back to the hand, which is nice. Shadow Knight Archfiend is just the strongest vanilla sort of 4-star or lower monster. Likewise, Vampire Lord, obviously 2k, but it does require a tribute. But with the way the meta is stacking up for this sealed set, I don't actually think this card is that strong. We do have the Archfiend Soldier as well, just another 1900 vanilla, and 2 Battle Footballer, Gaga Gigo and Ninken Dog. For the spells, we're playing triple Archfiend's Oath.
Why?
I do not know why we are playing triple Archfiend's Oath. We have literally no other card that works with it. Oh no, I know. Okay. We are playing Archfiend's Oath purely because falling down works as long as there's an Archfiend card on the field.
You figured it out.
So this card is absolutely terrible unless you're playing some weird like Convulsion of Nature, OTK, FTK build. But here it's just literally we activate it just so we can steal an opponent's monster with falling down. We've got double DD Gate. This is probably the best removal of the set. You basically banish one of your monsters and an opponent's monster, and then if different dimension gate is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, those monsters come back. Essentially there's no way to do that, so this is just you have to sacrifice one of your monsters, but at least you can get rid of one of the opponent's monsters, and it also bypasses stuff like Vampire Lord, so that's why I don't really think this card is good at all. We're obviously on 2 falling down, triple Graal, and then double Archfiend's Roar. This is just a monster reborn for Archfiends, but it does cost 500 life points and it destroys it in the end phase, and the monster you summon can't be tributed. So it's like a completely terrible Call of the Haunted. To be fair, at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh! The regular Call of the Haunted was, I think, limited. Obviously, they were very fearful of making like powerful graveyard revival cards, so this card is absolutely awful, but it does get you a monster back, so it's probably good enough. We are playing 2 Frozen Soul. This can sort of stop a battle phase if we are really behind. And then we have 2 really Eternal Rests, which can just pop all monsters that have equipped cards on. In the side, we've got the second Galzette, double Sasuke Samurai 2. This is not very good, but if we're really up, we could just summon this and just shut out traps and spells for the turn, but people are just going to chain them to this card, so not very good really at all. Vampire Lord, as I said, not very good card. Cost down there. We have got triple final attack orders, triple Odama Trio, and double Skill Drain as well in the side, just in case you want to go on a full sort of beat down strategy, but I kind of want to hedge against that because I don't really want to just win that way. It seems a bit boring. Oh, it's so boring, it's making me yawn. Alright, let's get into the games. Alright, we win the rock, paper, scissors, and let's go first. Looking at our opening hand, we've got a bevy of beautiful monsters. None of them actually stand up to the premier threats of the format, so there's not too much we can do if Tobias draws a big dude. We're just going to slap down the Gaga Gigo and set our Archfiend's Oath as a sort of bluff here. Tobias' turn. Final countdown from the get-go. Okay. Insert Blast of the Europe song here. Tobias sets down a monster and passes back to me. I'll go. We're going to have to start keeping tally in the chat here. Turn 1 on the final countdown. I'm going to set... Hang on, I thought that was in my side deck.
Cheater, you're a cheater!
I don't know. Okay, we apparently have got final attack orders in the main deck, so we're going to set that down. Tribute the Gaga Gigo for Vampire Lord, and we're just going to head into combat here. Battle, and it's the footballer. Damn. Take 100 damage, and we're just going to pass the turn. At the moment, Battle Footballer presents a pretty big problem, but not when we have the final attack orders.
Well, you're contradicting yourself.
So final countdown heads to 3 counters, and we're going to use our final countdown to switch his Battle Footballer to attack. Our turn, we're just going to slam down the Blindly Loyal Goblin. That's just another decent guy to clear stuff. We're going to go Blindly Loyal into the Battle Footballer, clean him out, and then we're going to go for the Vampire Lord and attack into this new set, which is another footballer. Thankfully, we have the final attack orders to deal with that next turn, but at the moment, all we can do is pass. Final countdown goes up to 4. Tobias sets down another monster, passes back to us. I'll go, final countdown's on 5. We're going to summon the Gyakigire Panda, who is up to 2300. We're going to use him, just attack on over the Battle Footballer, dealing a little bit of damage here. Vampire Lord is going to clear the Zolga, and then Blindly Loyal is going to attack in. At this point, things don't look good for Tobias. Unless he can... Oh! Okay. Things are looking up. Incandescent Ordeal comes out.
Now we're cooking.
Tobias sacrificing his Zolga and his Infernal Queen in hand to bring out the legendary Flame Lord. So this guy is just big. 2400. Each time I activate a spell, put a spell counter on this card. Remove 3 to destroy all monsters on the field apart from this card. Okay, this guy is just a 2400 dingus. And with that, my Vampire Lord has met his match. My go. Okay, we draw the Gravity Axe Graal. One turn too late. If we could have got that on our Vampire Lord, we would have been able to get over the incandescent dude. We're going to go, though, for the simple Infernal Queen plus DD Gate. Banish him out of here and wrap up the game. Oh, we're gonna go for the overkill with the Graal into our own Guardian Graal and just sweep. Alright, down comes Archfiend Soldier. What a commanding start. Tobias passes. We do have access to the Shadow Knight, but instead we just want to play a little slow with the Katetsu here, just getting us some equips online. Down comes Zolga, and Katetsu is out of a job as he gives us a Graal. Zolga's going to hit in for 1700, and it's over to us.
I play Ojama Trio!
Hey, wait a sec. Why are they on our field?
So that you all can't be. See, Ojama Trio creates Ojama tokens, and they take up 3 of your monster slots. And when destroyed, you lose 300 life points.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
And now Tobias is locked out of summoning monsters. Ooh, we draw the Graal, which is pretty much perfect here. We're going to go for Gakigaro Panda. It's going to get buffed by 5 because of the all the Ojama tokens. So it's up to 3,300. And this Panda is absolutely savage. Zolga goes down. Tobias tributes the Archfiend Soldier and... Huh? Huh? What? Why did he lose 4 things? What the hell happened? I attacked the Zolga. You lost not. Huh? I mean, I have pit. What? I have no. Oh. That was just like the quickest scoop I've ever seen. What the hell? What even happened there? I think Tobias was just like, I can't beat a panda. I'm out. Alright, we're going into I guess a game 3 here. I think at this point I said to Tobias, look, should I just side out Final Attack Orders and Ojama Trio? That's where they ended up in the side deck. So for this match, I don't think they're going to be in the main deck. So set down the Katetsu. Tobias sets a monster our turn. We're going to draw the Ninken Dog, which we're going to flip over the Katetsu, grab ourselves the Falling Down, and we're going to go for the Tribute for Vampire Lord. Vampire Lord is going to hit in and get over Tobias's Desruk Archfiend. Oh, apparently we have to roll a dice. Why are we rolling a dice? 6.
Can somebody please explain to me what is going on?
I don't know why we're rolling a dice. Nobody knows what happened there. Anyway, Pandemonium would kick in, but I don't think there's any Archfiends lower than level 3, so it does nothing. We're going to normal summon, also we're going to activate Archfiend's Oath, and we're going to pay the 500, and I guess we didn't declare Archfiend Soldier. We're just having fun. There's no reason to actually use the Oath effect, but whatever. Alright, my turn. We draw the another Katetsu. Isn't too great. Down comes our own Ninken Dog. And we're just going to try and slurp up half of Tobias's life points with the old vampire dog. We're going to Miller Final Attack. Okay, I guess we didn't side out Final Attack. I don't know what's wrong with the deck profile versus the actual deck in the games, but I'm sorry to Tobias just for playing these kind of scummy cards. Please forgive me. We're going to lose 500 from the Archfiend's Oath. Down comes Tobias's own Archfiend Soldier. He uses that to wrap up the Ninkendog, and it's back to our turn. We're going to draw Skill Drain, not too useful in this scenario, honestly. We're going to go for the Falling Down, though, since we've got the Archfiend's Oath on the field. We can steal Tobias's Archfiend Soldier. And then we just normal summon Kelbeck, and that's the game. I'm going to just hit fast forward, even though I think these games are just naturally quick anyway. So I guess game 4 of Dark Crisis. So Tobias is going to set down the fort. We're going to go for Ninkendog, attacking its Pandemonium Emissary. Archfiend Soldier clears out our Ninkendog. We're just going to go for the Archfiend Soldier Crash. Sakuretsu Armor comes down. Oh my god, we actually missed this card in Dark Crisis. We didn't get a single copy of this common. That is disastrous. Okay, we're going to lose Blind Loyal Goblin to Really Eternal West. And we're going to get absolutely cooked by Tobias's Archfiend Onslaught. Okay. I suppose that shows just the variance in hands here. Alright, looking at this hand, we're just going to go for the Shadow Knight, set down a couple of cards. Tobias is setting the fort. We're going to go for the Gakigai. We're just going to get those 2 cards out of here with a DD Gate. Sakuretsu Armor comes down. Can we live it? No! Shadow Knight dies. Alright, Tobias is setting. We're summoning Gagagigo. There we go, 1850 to the dome. Gagagigo. I'm just going to ride this reptile to victory. It seems to be working out pretty well. Oh, okay. Finally, Tobias draws the Archfiend Soldier, which can out us. Pandemonium, Really Eternal West, Archfiend Soldier, everything's going down. Craziness going down. Skull, Archfiend of Terror. We're going to bounce that with the Kelbeck. Desric Archfiend fetches another Desric Archfiend. Down comes Shadow Knight. We're going to take half our damage. Archfiend's Roar we're going to use to grab back our Shadow Knight. I'm just going to crash here. We'll set our Blacksmith. Falling Down is great to grab to hand. Summon down the Kelbeck. Equip it with the Gravity Axe Growl. We get Really Eternal Wested. Down comes some damage. Incandescent Ordeal. And that's the game again. And next up, it's Dark Revelation Volume 1. Now, this reprint set features cards from Pharaonic Guardian, Ancient Sanctuary, and Dark Crisis. And basically is a laundry list of everything that was good in those sets. So we got the XYZs, all the Gravekeeper cards get reprinted, some Skilled White Magician, Dark Magician, Magical Scientist, lots of fun burn stuff. Get some more of the Amazon S cards, DD Warrior Lady again, Breaker, and then just a whole bunch of commons, a million different Gravekeepers cards, all these random people running about things, Kaiser Colosseum, Wave Motion Cannon, all that good stuff. So loads and loads of cards here. Obviously, it's unlikely to pull many of them because we're only getting 60 of the cards from this set. Hoping to at least get a couple of Sakuretsu Armors because I can't believe I missed this from Dark Crisis. That's actually really annoying. Right, flicking on over to the collection. We pulled like 60 cards that have some vague uses. Looking just here, I mean, Apprentice Magician is good. We never had that card before, so that actually opens up some cool plays with Old Vindictive. Not that I actually got an Old Vindictive here, but in terms of in potential progression decks down the line. Man with Woodjet is funny. Blowpiper, Giggity.
Blows the pipes.
Vassal, which is a dual link stalwart for doing the effect damage challenges. My Body as a Shield could come up actually in the sealed, which is nice. Ojama Trio, we did get a second Royal Magical Library, which is good. Roulette Barrel, just fun removal. Thunder of Roulette, another way to skip battle phases, can be pretty handy to have. And we got the Z Metal Tank.
The Endless Now.
And XY Tank Cannon. So, not too much that's really usable here, but that's kind of the fun of it. Let's see what on earth I managed to condense my deck to. Okay, welcome to absolute peak garbage.
That is one big pile of shit.
This deck is the scum at the bottom of the barrel. This deck is absolutely terrible. We are playing the Eitsu Koitsu 2-card combo, which requires tributing 3 monsters to make a 3,100 attack monster. which, bearing in mind after you attributed the first one on the field, he only has 100 attack, and you've somehow then got to get set up 2 other monsters, tribute them both for Koitsu, and then pull off the 3100 attack, dude. That is never going to happen, but potentially these cards combo with each other, so why not put them in the deck? Mephist, I talked about him earlier. He's not bad. I mean, 1800 is decent. There aren't that many good attackers in the level 4 lower slots, so this card actually could get some good value. Zolga, Vampiric Orcus, Des Feral Imp. Potentially, if that guy gets flipped, we can just shuffle. If we've got any good cards in the graveyard that we wouldn't mind having back in the deck, we could put it back. A man with Wujat, 1600, that's about it. Arsenal Summoner, Mudora. We do have a few fairies with the Eitsu and Koitsu, so potentially this card could be like 1700, 1900 in mid to late game, which is very strong. Zed Metal Tank, again, just 1500 attack, no real synergy. Roulette Barrel is actually a good card, 2000 defense, and it can pop stuff. This card is going to be instrumental. Minai and Cliff are just useless Dark Scorpion cards. Will Magical Libraries, 2000 defense, and potentially could be a draw if we're able to sequence enough spells correctly. Blowpiper is useless, but we are potentially playing the combo with Spellcaster, where we can give an opponent's monster 800 attack and take one of Tobias's stronger attack monsters. Very unlikely to come up, but it has synergy, so it's in the deck. Gravekeeper's Curse. Pixie Knight, that potentially recurs a spell, but the opponent gets to pick which spell goes to the top of our deck. Not very good. Cataville Omen. Banner of Courage, this could be really useful for our battle phase, just being able to buff our monsters so they can get over whatever Tobias has. Dark Snake Syndrome is a funny win con, potentially. Double AA unit, just for some graveyard revival. We are playing the Elmer just for the 300 attack gain. Anti is
Bad. Really bad.
My Body as a Shield could protect from Tobias's Roulette Barrel or Sakuretsu Armor, so that's basically a mandatory include here. Narrow Pass is a weird one where, like, if Tobias and I both have only 2 or less monsters on the field, we basically can only make 2 more normal summons while we have Narrow Pass on the field, which could just come up. Skill Drain, Spell Vanishing. If Tobias just plays like the most broken spell of all time and we have enough hand resources, this guy could be a good way of actually negating it and making sure Tobias can't do with that card again. Curse of Aging. Hidden Spellbook, we can just reshuffle some of our spells back into the deck. Ojama Trio is funny. Physical Double just gives us a monster that they either have to crash with or just protect our life points with. Really Eternal Rest can pop stuff, and Thunder of Water just gives us another turn. Not much to say, honestly, although I think I rambled on more than I was expecting to. Anyway, let's get into the games. Alright, looking at our opening hand, this is pretty much the best you can get. So we got Zolga, we got the Curse of Aging. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. Tobias is going to lead with a Blindly Loyal Goblin and a back row. We're going to draw into Spell Vanishing. We're just going to set down Physical Double, Curse of Aging, and slam down our Zolga. Tobias is going to go for the Ojama Trio in the end phase and shove our field with 3 useless tokens. That's fine. Tobias' turn. Down comes a back row and the Banner of Courage into the Burning Beast. In battle, we're going to use Curse of Aging to weaken Tobias' monsters so his Blindly Loyal Goblin is unable to get past our Zolga. Given his Burning Beast is too weak as well, Tobias is just going to pass, leaving us with the 3 Ojama tokens. We're going to draw, we get the Really Eternal Rest, which we're going to slam down, summon down our Pixie Knight, and in combat we're just going to go for the Zolga, get over the Burning Beast, and Pixie Knight get on in. 1300 for the win. Tobias' turn. Sets down a card, sets down a monster, Argo. With nothing else that we can really put on the field because of these tokens, all we can do is really go forward for attacking. Zolga's going to hit on in, and it's Tristan Taylor. Alright, we're going to do 100 damage back to ourselves. Tobias just passes. We just passed. We're getting into the pass wars here. Okay, Tobias has drawn another monster. We're going to head to combat, see what it is. The Old Vindictive. Alright, down goes Zolga. In main phase 2, we're going to summon down the Gravekeeper's Curse, hit Tobias for a fat 500 damage. Tobias sets a monster, ends his turn. Battle phase, I guess we're just going to go in with the Pixie Knight, see what we're dealing with. Spy. Ooh, Spy into Guard. That is just very annoying. We're going to switch our Curse to Defense mid in main phase 2. Tobias sets down a card and passes. Even though he can he can out my board with the Banner of Courage. Too much of a chicken, Tobias. Come on.
You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
Be aggressive. We're going to swap our guy to defense and pass. Tobias passes.
1 week later.
We're going to go Dark Snake Syndrome. Ooh, we got Spell Vanished here. Action is happening. Pitch Dark Dragon and Apprentice Magician go, and we lose our Dark Snake Syndrome. We're going to show Tobias our deck, and we don't have another one, so we get to keep everything in the deck. As he's got another monster in the field, we might as well go for combat with the Pixie Knight, and it's the Desdendel. We're going to take 700 and pass the turn. Tobias passes.
6 months later.
I'm going to get a lot of mileage out of the SpongeBob time cards in this episode. Alright, he finally commits to another monster. Pixie Knight goes in, and it's a Scuba Jar. Okay, we're just cheating all around here, so pause a second. Apparently, we thought even though he had 5 cards on the field, he could just summon a token to nowhere and then tribute the token for the magical marionette. That's not how it works. You would have had to have tributed one of your other monsters. So Tobias just kind of got an extra monster out here. Oh, he's going to Graal his marionette, and we're going to really Eternal Rest it. Nice. This is just demoralizing. Nothing is happening. Oh, God. Gyakugiro Panda is ginormous. We're going to take 2200 here. We're going to get Ante to the top of our deck. Brilliant. Alright, we're going to draw the Ante, set a card, summon the Roulette Barrel. Come on, lucky number 3. Boom, baby! Get that Gyakugiro out of here. With that, I'll end my turn. And at this point, I've kind of forced the Tobias to at least be aggressive. Down comes the Winged Sage Falcos. Cool card. Clears out the Roulette Barrel. My Body as a Shield is pretty good, but we've still got nothing that we can really do. Down comes our own Man of Wajat. We're going to use his effect to look at Tobias's back row. Ooh, it's Sakuretsu Armor. Great, I'm never going to attack again. This is just demoralizing. I lose my Man of Wajat. Take 300 surely because of the Banner of Courage. I think we just used the physical double there just to free up a back row. Right, now we're going to go for the AAA, so the AAU, and bring back Tobias's Gyakugaya. Now we actually have a monster that's really strong, but we know that a big Sakuretsu Armor is in the horizon. But we have the My Body to counter it. Any response to Tobias? No. Nice. Wing Sage Falcos goes down. At this point, I'm just hoping Tobias has forgotten the fact that if he destroys no drama token, I literally lose the duel. Ah. He remembered. We're just going to set the fort with our traps. We don't really want to commit the Des Feral Limp when we've got nothing in the graveyard to potentially recur. Tobias is going to set a monster, set a back row, pass our turn. We draw the Vampiric Orcus, which is nice, I suppose. We're going to go for a battle, give it the Elmer, boosting its attack to 2000. Attack my Orcus.
Sliding Slinger!
Desdendel. Oh man, this is like poetic. We've got the Desdendel meeting Vampiric Orcus, but for once they're on the other side of the battlefield to each other. God, one of them is going to die. Probably both of them. This is like Orpheus and Eurydice all over again. Alright, we draw Spell Vanishing. It's completely useless. I'm going to set down the Des Feral Imp. Down comes the Ojama Trio.
Sorry, pal. Thanks for having us. I just love hot chocolate.
Cool, I loved having monster zones. Great, Tobias' turn. Gyakugiro comes down, cleans out the Vampiric Orcus. We're going to take a butt ton of damage from that. We draw the Roulette Barrel, which is pretty much the best draw in the deck right now. We just have to hit a 3. Roulette Barrel never misses. Tobias' turn. Down comes the Burning Beast, and it's just going to clean out the Roulette Barrel. I could have gone for the Curse of Aging there to crash, but I think I just didn't really see a need to. RML is a decent draw. I'm going to flip over the Feral Imp, grab back the Roulette Barrel into the deck, and we're just going to go for battle, clean out the Burning Beast. I don't really want to clog my zones too much with the RML, so we're just going to pass here. Tobias sets a card, ends his turn. We draw the Arsenal Summoner, which we're just going to summon. Go for battle, Des Feral Imp in. I'm going to go Curse of Aging to reduce Desdendel to 1500 defense. Arsenal Summoner can attack directly for 1600, and we're actually getting some pressure in. Tobias sets, passes. Our turn. We actually have 2 tributes to which we could do to make the Koitsu, but it would be absolutely the worst play of all time. We're going to go for combat here. Des Feral kills the Apprentice Magician. Apprentice grabs Old Vindictive. We might as well just fire through this. Who's getting popped? And we lose our Des Feral Imp. Fair enough. We're going to set down the RML and pass the turn. Arsenal Summoner, attack. And we clear a Pitch Dark Dragon. I guess Tobias really was also scraping the bottom of the barrel with his playables too. Tobias passes. Our turn. We got the My Body, which is a really good card, especially as we know that Tobias has a couple of Sakuetsus lurking in the back row probably. Not wanting to use one just yet. We get in for another 1600 and Tobias passes. Our turn, drawing the Skill Drain, not too useful at this stage. We're going to go for another 1600, and at this point, I suppose this is every Tottenham fan's worst nightmare, being beaten over and over again by Arsenal. Oh, okay, it finally sets down a monster. We're going to draw the AAU, which is really strong, but we're just going to go for battle because there's nothing else we can actually do. Gravekeeper Spy floats on into, of course, the guard, and at this point, this is just Tobias's game now. We have nothing that we can do until Tobias decides he wants to end our tokens' lives.
This is my world! My world!
Okay, Yomi Ship, cool. That clears out the Arsenal Summoner. And main phase 2, we don't really want to use our AAU just yet to grab back his Gyakugaya, so we're just going to pass by discarding the narrow pass as well. Tobias sets a monster, passes back. Our turn. Pixie Knight is funny, not too good though. We're going to go for the AAA, grab Tobias's Gyakugire, and this card can actually start cleaning Tobias's big defense monsters. We're going to go for battle, try and hit over the Spy. Nice. We're going to set down the My Body and pass our turn. Tobias ends his turn, discarding the narrow pass. Ooh, Mephisto is great. Oh yes, we're going to tribute the RML, summon Mephisto, and we're going to start Mephisting this boy.
Never say that out loud again.
Piercing, hit into the Cobra Jar. Boom, take 1300 Tobias. And with this, you will also, or 1500, with this you'll also lose your best card. The Precious Cards from Beyond. Boom, your Snake Jar is nothing to me. Why did I not attack it with the Gyakugaya? Oh, it's got 1200 defense. Well, no, Gyakugaya could have killed that. I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to clog Tobias's field the way that he's been clogging mine with tokens. Right, our turn, we're going to go for the Banner of Courage. Boost our guys even stronger. Gyakugire goes up to 1900. Ooh, Spell Vanishing, though, counters the Banner of Courage, so we do not get that attack boost. In the battle phase, we're just going to go for the Mephisto, attack into the token, deal a nice 600, and we're going to take this card out of Tobias's hand. The Spell Reproduction passes. Oh, we're going to tribute both for the set Koitsu. I don't really know what. I think we just know that the only way we can really outguard is the Roulette Barrel, so we just had to clear our zones a bit. We're going to go for our own Spell Vanishing against the Banner of Courage. I don't really want to be dealing with Tobias's buffed up boys. Tobias passes our turn. We're going to set. It's time. Roulette Barrel, set yourself down. Tobias passes. We pass. What the hell is this card? Continuous Destruction Button. There's a defensively attack, it's harder than attack. Destroy the attacking monster. Okay, so sure, if we attack a monster with more defense than our guy, we lose our monster, whatever. Our turn, we draw, we pass. Uh-oh, down comes the Great Maju Gazette with 2000 attack. And the Big Bang Shot, putting it to 2400. He's going to attack into the Koitsu, and we're going to take a whopping 2300 here. Alright, we're in desperate situations. We're going to flip over the Roulette Barrel. Hit that lucky number 6 for me, baby. 2. Oh yeah, American Sniper. Boom! Roulette Barrel, take him out. And with that, we're going to summon the Mudora. And attacking Mudora for game. Mudoria. Yes, boys. Roulette Barrel, the best card ever printed. Let's hit that fast forward button because I don't think I can take another one of these painful games. Tobias sets, we're going to go for Widjat. Look at his Des Dendel, and we're not going to attack. Blindly Loyal Goblin clears our Widjat. We're going to set down the RML. Growl onto Blindly Loyal Goblin, just clearing all our guys. As Tobias slowly stacks up his defense. We're going to summon the Vampiric Orcus, bounce back to hand with a guard. Kishido Spirit comes down. Down comes the Magical Marionette. We're at least going to go physical double to shave off 1 turn. Vampiric Orcus comes down. We're going to clear the guard. And at this point, we're just going to take a shocking amount of damage. Roulette Barrel, please save us. Hits a 1. Hits a 4. At least get out the Blindly Loyal Goblin here. We're still in dangerous situations with the Magical Marionette. AAA comes down. We're going to revive the Desdendal, tribute it for the 8-su, and die the glorious death. See, that's what happens when you play proactively, Tabas, and don't just let me sit on 3 tokens forever. Phew. Okay, so it's at this point in the series that I started going wild with making different progression decks. So I've got 2 for Dark Crisis, actually. And this one is our Fiend-focused one. Looking at the main deck, our 2 big boss monsters are the Dark Dust Spirit and the Dark Ruler Hades. Obviously, Dust Spirit is incredible, just a sort of a board wipe, and Hades can be really good as just a 24/50 that can negate stuff like Spy, other things like that. We're playing triple Desrook Archfiend, not a very good card, but a fiend nonetheless, and we're playing the Falling Down, so we kind of have to have as many of these Archfiend monsters or cards as possible. We've got triple Giant Orc. This guy's just huge, 2200, very strong. Infernal Queen Archfiend, again, not very good. We got triple Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato just floats into itself and into Sangan, which can fetch us any of these smaller fiends. We do have the triple Shadow Knight Archfiend, probably the best one. Just 2000 attack is very hard to deal with. We are playing 1 Vile Pawn as well. Again, doesn't do anything, but it's just another fiend. We have the Yatagarasu because I really want to pull off the Yatalok, and bearing in mind I've got the Bark of Dark Ruler as well. This card can technically out anything and put Tabas in a position where he's not drawing, which is really funny. We do have the 1 Archfiend Soldier and our 2 strong vanilla tributes, Beast of Talwar and Summon Skull. In the spells, we're playing 2 Falling Down, which is just a really good way of stealing opponents' cards as long as I have an Archfiend on the field. Heavy Storm, double My Body. I've seen that Tabas pulled a couple of Sakuretsu armors, and with Offwings to the Doomed and even Fissure still potentially lurking, this card is really, really strong. Painful Choice, this is just used to basically clear out some of the weaker Archfiends and potentially set them up for revival with the Archfiend's Roar. We've got double Pandemonium as our field spell, so this is really good. This means that we don't have to pay down life points to maintain having the Archfiend monsters on the field. And if an Archfiend monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, except by battle, I get to add an Archfiend from my deck to my hand with a lower level. So potentially if Tabas outs one of these guys with like Sakuretsu or what have you, I can then grab the Desrook, and then from Desrook, I can get the Vile Pawn. So it's just a little bit of like advantage generation. That's kind of why these cards are here as well. We have the Pot of Greed, of course, and we've got the triple Terraforming to fetch the Pandemonium. In the traps, we've got triple Archfiend's Roar, which is just Monster Reborn, but really bad. Double Bark of Dark Ruler. This ensures we can get through anything in combat. And we've, of course, got double Bottomless as just a very strong trap to just deal with a lot of problems. In the side, we're playing the Jinzo, double King Tiger Wanghu, because we've got quite an aggressive monster lineup. We can slide this in if we think Tabas is playing on smaller cards that don't stand up well against it. We have the Lava Golem, Possessed Dark Soul, double Book of Moon, the Ring of Destruction, Rivalry, Skill Drain, and Trap Dust Shoot. Alright, looking at our opening hand, we've got a couple of Mystic Tomatoes, which we don't like to see. We ideally want to have only one of those in the opening hand and the rest in the deck. We do have the Pot of Greed and the Giant Orc. Tabas sets down a card, sets down another card, sets down another card, and sets a monster. Okay, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about that. We're just going to go... okay, I'm not feeling good. Ordeal is annoying. We're going to draw... We're going to get the Desrook and the Falling Down off of the Pot of Greed. We're just going to set one, summon the Mystic Tomato, and hope we can call correct here. An Owl of Luck. Apparently we did call Monster, and Witch goes down. With the Witch, Tabas grabs the Injection Fairy Lily. That seems a bit sus because that card stacks up terribly against Mystic Tomato. Yeah, you can pay the 2,000. I'll take 2,000 any day of the week. Summon my other tomato from the deck. Seems pretty good to me. My turn. We're going to go for the Giant Orc and head into combat. So we've got to call the Ordeal first. Oh, Bottomless is... Okay, Bottomless is a clean out. We don't even have to bother with Ordeal. Can't be bothered to attack with the Mystic Tomato, but we're going to leave him in attack mode to tantalize Tobias. Oh god, here comes Zombira. That is a really clean out Tomato. We're going to take 700 here, and Tomato will float on in to nothing because I've got my Sand Cannon and the Mystic Tomato in hand. Tabas is going to pay for the big old needle, so we're taking a ton of damage here. Now that's the Fauci ouchie. Alright, we're going to draw the terraforming, fire that off, grab the pandemonium to hand. At this point, we kind of have to go hell to the leather. We're going to activate the pandemonium, summon the Infernal Queen, and we're going to go falling down, steal the injection fairy lily. Not that we can actually pay for it, which is, I think I realized that a little too late. Game over. Right, into game 2. Hopefully this time going first, we can set up a little bit better before we have to deal with stuff like bottomless. Okay, yeah, we'll get the giant orc off the bat. We're going to set one, summon the giant orc, pass on over. Tabas's turn. You're not still on Numi Ruka. I just thought I was against good stuff. Oh my gosh, Gaga Gigo's a water. Gaga Gigo has risen. And he's at 2350, which is a very clean out to the orc. We're going to declare the effect of orc in the graveyard, which is for us to take another 150 damage. Right, alright. Our turn, we draw the Archfiend Soldier. We're going to summon this guy down. We're going to go falling down, take the Gaga Gigo, and we're just going to get in for what? Just over 4k here. Hopefully, he doesn't have anything bigger than Gaga Gigo. Fastest turn, summons a 7-colored fish. That is terrible because we just lose our Archfiend Soldier here, and we lose our falling down, and you get your Gaga Gigo back. So we're going to take another 2350. Okay, these games are going quick. Painful Choice is a very strong top deck. We're going to use this, send down the Beast of Tower Wolf, Summon Skull, Shadow Knight, and the Bark of Dark Ruler. Tobias gives us the Bark. Fair enough. We're going to activate the Pandemonium, activate the Archfiend's Roar, pay a hot 500, and use this. Since it grabs any Archfiend, we can use it to grab Summon Skull. All his monsters lose their bonus. We're going to summon down the Vile Pawn. Set a card.
Summoned Skull, attack! Lightning strike!
Pass a turn, Summon Skull dies, and we're going to grab the Shadow Knight Archfiend thanks to the Pandemonium. Oh, that's the cool oh, okay, I see. The synergy with Archfiend's Roar and Pandemonium. I actually get it now.
Now you get it.
I mean, it's still a really bad card. Like, Archfiend's Roar is still just like a really bad Call of the Haunted. But at least, like, you actually get advantage off of it. Down comes the Injection Fairy Lily, paying the 2k. We're going to go Bark of Dark Ruler and pay 2,300 to make sure our Vile Pawn does not die. Tobias is going to take 100, but then his 7-colored fish can easily out the Vile Pawn. Our turn. We're going to summon the Shadow Knight Archfiend, set a card, go for battle, hit on over the 7-colored fish, and deal 100 damage here. Tobias' turn. Down comes Zombira. We're going to take another 100 here. This is just a clash of 100 life points here. Tobias ends his turn. You fool! Archfiend's Roar! I call back my...
Summoned Skull!
I will set a monster, and Summon Skull will attack your Zombira for 600. I don't know why I didn't summon the Mystic Tomato that. I think I was very fearful I would just die to, like, Bottomless or Saku. So we're just going to preserve a little bit of our life total here. Ordeal comes down. I'm not too fussed about that really with the Giant Orc because I don't mind this guy coming back to the hand. We're just going to look at Jinzo and bounce back to hand. Alright, pass the turn. Down comes the Jinzo with the Witch Tribute as well. Oh, that's such good value. Tobias grabs himself a Zombira. And we're going to lose our Mystic Tomato for the Sangan here. Our turn, we're going to tribute Sangan for the Dark Dust Spirit. Pop the Jinzo. Grab ourselves a Giant Orc. Come on. I call this card to be...
Oh, and that's a bad miss.
And the disrespect with the Owl of Luck. Oh, for the sweep, for the 2-0. Damn, man, that's annoying. Had the Dark Ruler Hades that I could have played instead of the Dark Dust Spirit, but then it would have just... I maybe could have just like played that a little better, just summoned this guy and just held off on attacking the Jinzo, but then I was just out of luck. That's so annoying.
God, you are such a sore loser.
Our other progression deck is a much scummier deck, the Skill Drain deck. Now, you saw a little bit of this in our Dark Crisis mirror match. But here, this is the deck fully realized. We've got Armor X. This classic card, 2400, can't attack the turn it's summoned, and it has to remove spell counters to stay on the field, otherwise it dies. That doesn't matter when we've got triple skill drain negating all of those effects. We've got the DD Warrior Lady. This card is just good. It kind of clashes a little bit with skill drain, but if we don't have the skill drain out, this card can just clear anything. Exiled Force, because Exiled Force's effect activates on the field but resolves while it's in the graveyard, it is able to play under skill drain, so you can just tribute it, pop an opponent's card, very strong. Triple Giant Orc, likewise we've obviously got triple Jirai Gumo, the Goblin Attack Force, and the triple Zombie the Dark. We are playing one Giant Rat to get into the Exiled Force. We've got triple Mystic Tomato and the Sangan, and we have got the double Shining Angel because that does float into DD Warrior Lady, which they double My Body to counter Tabas's Sakuretsu Armor. We've got the Pot of Greed, we've got the Warrior returning alive to recur Zombira, and we've got the one Upstart Goblin. In the traps, we're going a bit all in. We've got triple Bottomless, triple Final Attack Orders, one Light of Intervention, triple Ojama Trio, one Ring of Destruction, triple Skill Drain, and the Staunch Defender. Now, all of these basically amount to get opponent's monsters in attack mode, kill them into the sun, and Staunch Defender is one of my favourite. I remember this card's artwork is just so cool. You got Despair from the Dark towering over the marauding captain as he brandishes his blades, knowing all his comrades may have fallen, but he has to stand alone against this shadowy fiend. What a badass looking card. I remember I used to love this card in Yubel when I was a kid. I played like a Yubel deck straight out of Phantom Darkness, where you could use this to force the opponent to attack into Yubel, so then Yubel would float into Terra Incarnate. Good times.
Another boring story?
In the side deck, we've got the Jinzo, which we're probably never going to side in just because we've got so many traps. We do have a couple of King Tiger Wangu because they start to have good synergy with the deck. So if we find that Tabas on a lot of weenie attack monsters, we can bring this in instead of some of our stuff like the Giant Rat or the Mystic Tomato. We've got some Book of Moon, some Rush Recklessly, some Magic Drains, some Reckless Greeds, Thunder of Ruler, and a Trap Dust Shoot. Right, let's see how we do with this one. Okay, looking at our opening hand, we've got the Final Attack Orders, which is great. Goblin Attack Force, awesome. And the Skill Drain. We've got basically full combo, provided we can actually stick the landing. To which doesn't look likely when Tabas is setting a couple of back row. Alright. We're just going to go for the Goblin, get Bottomless, fine. Set the fort, pass it over. Tabas' turn, Terraforming, grabs Umiruka. Are we just going to get womboed by Waters again? Gaga Gigo, that's actually stronger than our Zombira. Mystic Tomato as well, and we're just basically at half life points and we can't do anything. We're going to summon the Shining Angel, attack into the Mystic Tomato. They're both going to crash. Tabas is going to grab Witch, and we're going to grab Shining Angel. Shining Angel will get over the Witch, dealing a little bit of damage, and Tabas is going to grab Injection Fairy Lily. Okay, we're going to pass. Tabas summons down the Injection Fairy Lily, clears the Shining Angel with his Gaga Gigo, and we're going to summon the DD Warrior Lady, and Tabas is going to go for the Injection Fairy Lily into Warrior Lady, crash them both, take a whole load of damage. How can we not deal with 2350 then? Okay, we got the Jirai Gumo, we got the Skill Drain, that's pretty good. We're going to go for Upstart here, draw into Bottomless, really, really strong, especially because we can just stop one of Tabas's big summons. We're going to set those down along with one of the My Bodies. Tabas's turn, he sets a card, summons the Zombira, passes. Our turn. We're going to go for the Skill Drain here, pay 1,000, make sure our Jirai Gumo has no effect going forward, and we're going to summon the second Spider. With them, we can... Out of Luck gets discarded, popping the Skill Drain as we enter combat. I think we just cheated there because monsters on the field did not change, so we would have had to have gone through with the combat with the first Jirai Gumo. But I guess we didn't, so I should have actually had to flip a coin to see whether I would lose half my life. Alright, Tabas sets a monster, passes back to me. We draw the DD Warrior Lady, which is really strong. I think we just have to start trying to be aggressive here. We're going to go DD Warrior Lady into the Witch. Get them both out of here. I don't want you searching. Jirai Gumo, heads, always shreds.
Tails, you lose.
Well, that was a fail. Going to set down a card and end the turn. Well, okay, Tabas sets back one back row. We actually have a chance here. Final Attack Orders are really strong here. We're going to set that. Summon the Sangan. Attack on in. We're not going to risk it with the Jirais.
You're a coward.
Tabas sets a card, passes. Our turn. Trap Dust Shoot is really good actually because Tabas is again about to have 4 cards in hand. Battle phase, we're going to deal another 1,000 and pass it on over. Tabas's turn. Stop right there. I activate the Trap Dust Shoot, sending this mysterious monster back into your deck. Pass. Okay, come on, Goblin Attack Force. that one is solid. I don't have to risk half my life points to attack, but we get bottomless, so that's annoying. Oh, we're going to go for the My Body. We're living on a player, paying the 1500. Oh, we actually got it. We got it. Well done. Well done, our big bunguses took us over the line. Okay. Let's see whether we can rustle up a match victory over here. Drawing the Ring of Destruction plus a few of our dudes is pretty good. We're going to go for the Zombira. Battle forward into the Witch grabs Injection Fairy Lily. Classic combo. Fairy Lily comes down. We're just going to ring that guy straight away. We don't want to deal with that. We're going to Giant Orc. We're going to get killed by the Raigeki Break. Zombira gets popped by our Bottomless. Ordeal comes down. We're going to start battling. Bounces our Sangam back to hand. We don't really want to... We can't attack actually with the Zombira directly because of its effect. Gagagigo gets revealed. We're going to pop the Witch. Witch is going to grab him another Zombira, and we're not going to risk with our Jorogumo. Sparse grabs Umiruka, and at this point we're just hosed because his Gagagigo is too damn big. Pot of Greed is great, but we just literally can't deal with... We can't beat one Gagagigo, let alone two. Oh great, as Zombiro comes down and our monsters just start all getting cleaned here. We at least have the out... Oh, we don't because of the Sakuretsu armor here. We lose our Zombiro, and we're just going to swap our DD Warrior Lady to defense mode. Raigeki Break cleans DD Warrior Lady out. We're going to at least recut with the Warrior returning alive. Banish it, and then we just lose the Gagagigos. Well, the tides have well and truly turned. Can't believe I'm losing to Gagagigo. Like, I build a... Okay, maybe not a fun and interesting deck, but I build a deck that's kind of cool, big Chunguses, and you just summon the bigger Chungus.
Gonna cry?
Well, that was actually quite a short episode for once. Tobias definitely whipped my butt in that one, I suppose. Well, yeah, not much more to say other than that. Next episode, we'll be moving on to Invasion of Chaos and Ancient Sanctuary. Insane meta-breaking set of Invasion of Chaos, where you get stuff like BLS, Chaos Emperor Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer, and then Ancient Sanctuary, which has...
Not a squat.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.